Welcome to my YouTube channel. We are about to have the most bizarre pick three, which you will have fun. You will be amazed. These are the three oracle decks that I have out right now. They blend perfectly together and you don't need any intuition to use them. And we're going to have so much fun doing this pick three. So what I want you to do is all three decks are here and I'm going to go in the order here. So I want you're either going to say fuck numerology or shit. Fuck numerology or shit. Or fuck number shit. Whatever one. Pick a pile, pick a deck, and we're going to do the most crazy pick three that you have ever experienced. And we might break some rules on this pick three because it wasn't called WTF for nothing. In fact, it was called WTF for a very good reason. So take a deep breath in, figure out what oracle deck you want an important message from, and let's get started on this. All right. For those of you who picked pile number one or the fuck deck, we're going to start your message right now. This deck was designed after the minor arcana in tarot. And so every one of the cards is assigned to a minor arcana. Now, what does that mean for you? Nothing. You don't have to know anything about tarot to do this. But what it does tell you is this deck is, the quotes are linked to the minor arcana in tarot, and therefore it will be accurate and creepy accurate. So there's something going on in your life that you've got to wait for shit to settle down. All right. You got to wait. Don't take action in the middle of a storm. All right. You got to wait the storm out. So for those of you who are having some chaos and you feel like, oh, I have to fix this right away, or somebody's going through a drama in their life. Oh, I have to fix this right away. No, you don't. You got to wait for the shit to settle down. You don't go out in the middle of a hurricane to clean it up. You wait for the hurricane to finish and then you go clean it up. That's what this is telling you. Just you want to jump in there. You want to try to fix it, but it's like wait for the stuff to settle down. Second thing is get the fuck over it then. Well, this blends perfectly with the first message. So rather than try to blame someone or you should have never done that, blah, 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 you need to just get over it, right? It happened. So deal with the fact that it happened. Get over it. You don't have to forgive and you don't have to forget, believe it or not. You don't have to do both those things. But what you do have to do is not let them affect your life anymore, right? That's what this is saying. It's not saying that you're in denial and that you're Pollyanna. Oh, everything's good when it's not. What it's saying is it's no longer going to affect your life anymore. So this event happened, wait for it to settle down, and then get over it so you can move on quicker. You need to move on in a quicker way. Now, for some of you, this is going to be proof that you can polish a turd. Some of you didn't expect that from someone. You're like, whoa, where did that come from? What did they betray you? Did they lie to you? Something happened, and you thought that they were trustworthy and good, and they are proof that you can polish a turd. You did not see that coming. This could be some of you who are in a relationship with someone and they appeared so nice in the beginning and then the turd emerged. They might still have a bright spot in the turd. There might still be a bright part of their personality. But if 90% of them is turd, you don't want to focus on the 10% that's glittery and shiny. You've got to look at the 90% turd. And then this goes on with these other two cards that you've got to move on from this. You know, there's nothing, you're not going to fix them. You know, you're not going to change them. So this is an important message for you. Don't stay tied and emotional over this. Yeah, they might have thrown you off your game, but only for a little while. So get yourself back together. You don't have to hate them. You don't have to, gossip about them. Whatever happened, you can move on and you can get over it. You don't have to forget. You don't have to forgive. None of that stuff. You just have to not let it affect you. So it's on to who you want to be. It's on to the next. Focus on yourself and how good you're going to have it when you don't have turds in your life anymore, or people that say they're one thing and then here it turns out there's something else. Deja vu, your habit of attracting shit is back. We've got turds here. Now, the interesting thing about this is if this did happen to you recently, has this happened in the past? And has it happened more than once? If the answer is yes, then you've got to find out why. You're not pointing your finger at them. You're looking back at yourself saying, okay, where is this habit coming from? Why am I letting people like this in my life who aren't really who they say they are? Now, if this does happen a lot, you are going to have to rethink and use a lot more discernment when you're bringing people, and this can apply to situations too. You might have the habit of maybe you draw in jobs that you think they're great and then they fall apart, or people you think they're great and then they fall apart, or they show their real true colors. So look, this is just saying, look at the patterns in your life and pay attention to them. That's all that is saying. Everything happens for a fucking reason. We're going to end on that because that is a beautiful, beautiful quote. So all this stuff that happened for a reason. Did you learn? Did you grow? Are you a better person because of it? Will you make positive changes because this happened? It all happened for a reason. Make it a good reason. No matter how devastating this is, you guys, and my heart goes out to some of you because I know that some of you are suffering pain from betrayal and, somebody being mean. And I mean, there's a lot of things going on in this planet. So, it does happen for a reason, but it is important to move on. It is really important to move on. And that is one of the most important messages of the F deck. For those of you who chose the shit, this is the shit happens deck. This is an inspirational oracle. The F deck, the fuck it deck, that gets real. That gets in your face. But the shit happens offers a lot of guidance. And the shit happens has amazing artwork, keywords, and it's got a secret numerology code at the bottom that if you go to the website, www.sweartarot.com. If you go to that website, you will find bonus material on these decks. And in that bonus material, you'll find out the secret of what those numbers mean. www.sweartarot.com. All right, your message starts now. Kick some grass over that shit and move on. What this is saying is sometimes there's crappy, let's use shit words because this is the shit happens deck. Sometimes crappy things happen and he's very focused on this crap, right? He's very focused on the crap. But what this is saying is let's not focus on the crap. Let's just move on. The crap is there. Clean it up as best you can. The 31 is organization. Let's get organized, clean it up, and do what you can, and move on. Move on away from it. You don't want to wallow in it. Oh, look at this. You guys, this is great for you guys. Number one, some of you are going to get education. You're going to take classes. It's telling you, learn something new. And the king of shit masters it. You know what? You guys are headed for good things. So ask yourself, what have I been wanting to do? Is there a class I'm wanting to take? Am I going to get training under someone? You guys are going to master something. And that's good. It means you're going to get a skill that's going to be very useful. Now, this is King of Pentacles. And Pentacles is the earth. And the earth means finances. So your education and your mastering a skill is going to get you money and abundance. This is family shit drama. And why is everybody looking a little happy there? Well, they're actually kind of embarrassed. They're embarrassed that they've got this family drama, but you don't have to be. Everybody has crap in their family. Everybody. So this just means that something in your past, in your family history, is sneaking back in and triggering you. So maybe you're in a new relationship or a friendship and something they do triggers you. Well, it could be your trigger is from past family drama. Maybe you had a controlling mother. Maybe you had a father that, did some behaviors, and if someone else does does even a similar behavior, even though they're not your father, bang, here comes the trigger. Some of you could be literally going through family shit right now, siblings not getting along. So this is just a little bit of drama, all right? So just kind of hang in there. Just kind of hang in there. It's going to improve, but it is something to pay attention to. And this is shit out of luck. Try something else. This is if you always do the same thing, you'll always get what you've always had or have. So this is like you have to try something else to create a new experience in life. Well, that's what a pioneer was. The pioneering people, they went to new lands and they farmed and discovered new things. They went out west and sought gold. If they wouldn't have done all those things, we wouldn't have the changes in what we have today. So this is saying, okay, what in my life isn't working? I'm fighting against myself. I'm fighting against myself when I could be thinking of a way to try something else. And this would be something totally new, going into a new area, and this could tie into the education and mastering it, because this just means you're doing what you've always done, and that way you're always going to have the same thing. So be pioneering, get your education, master it, because something new is coming for you. And just remember, you could still underneath there have some family drama going on. Don't let that slow you down on your mission to do these other things, because these are important. Shit just got real. Seek the truth. Look at here. Pioneering, exploring. I mean, if these three cards don't give you the message of what's going to happen in your life, I don't know what will. You are supposed to, pioneering is exploring. And seeking the truth, this is who you are. And the bird is bringing messages. You're going to have new opportunities showing up, you guys. It's happening. So hang in there. It might get a little weird. See, she's balancing on one foot. That's all right. You might have to balance on one foot. But take that step. Take that step into that new direction. Learn that new skill. Get trained. Take a class. Be pioneering. Think of what you're going to do. You guys are headed in the right direction. Believe it or not, the Master Numerology deck is set up for doing readings. Because we all have all the numbers in our life all the time. All right? So Master Numerology cards. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at whoever's listening to this, what cycle is important to them right now. So this is the space you live in. This is your life path. And it gives you instructions on the back of all the cards on how to calculate this. And this is your cycle. So I'm going to go to the cycle card for the number 3. I just feel like that's what you guys need right now, is the number, there it is, the number 3 cycle card. And so we're going to go back to the number 3 cycle card. So everybody listening right now, this cycle is applying to you. You're going to do group activities safely and with social distancing right now. Joy through creativity, communication, any art, writing, or crafts. It's time to make new friends. Join groups, classes, travel for fun. You're going to have financial opportunities pop up. This is a time to do self-improvement. So how can you make yourself better? Seek long-term happiness, not just band-aids for short-term. Heal depression and sadness. Look at it, deal with it, get some help for it. This is a time for you to also be in the spotlight. Shine your gifts so that everyone can see them. Be in the spotlight. Send out resumes and take calculated risks. You're going to be expanding your knowledge. You're going to have unusual ideas, and be careful about spending. All right. So that is your message for the 3. Now, I also want to tell you that I'm going to pick a life path out of here that will be important. Or what I could do here, there's another way to use the cards. I could simply cut them. All right. Whatever number it lands on is the message, and this will be completely applicable in your life. So this is about space. Take time for families, nurturing, be responsible. Here you go with creative activities again, energy work, massage, service-oriented businesses. Create a harmonious living space. This is a great time for children, pets, and trusting your ideas. Now, be careful of being overly sensitive, being a doormat, or avoid becoming a martyr. And don't interfere too much in the lives of others, all right? That is another message you could get. And your final message, I'm going to do a cut. Here we go. And It's the 8 cycle. So you guys must have cycles that are important for you. This is a time for business, career, building confidence, personal power and cooperation, creating a future vision. Hard work is going to bring you rewards. You're going to make important decisions now, finishing projects, improve the quality of your life, daily responsibilities, creative, achieving independence, use your power wisely. Some of you might be signing contracts. Avoid workaholics, okay? So you can use these cards very accurately to do readings. You can also, these cards will complement each other. If you would buy all 3 of them, you could spin a card on all 3 decks and put together a message. So we'll cut this one. We get a 4 cycle, all right? We cut this one and we get this message, and we cut this one and we get this message, all right? So what we have here is it's time to change a fucked up situation, and you have to do it because you're just existing. Do more than just exist. This is a time for achievements, all right? So yeah, you might be laying in bed because the situation's fucked up, but here's your guidance. This is the 4. Get organized. Look at business agreements, research and contracts, hard work. Create some goals. Focus on your finances. Create better health. This could be a time for buying and selling property, purchasing cars, spend time in nature. Maybe it's time for a new job. Enjoys trade jobs and improving your skills and education. It's a one step at a time approach, all right? So these cards will blend beautifully together. You can use them every day or every week to see, what should I focus on? What do I have to know? These decks were meant to be used together, and they will give you accurate information as to where you need to go. What is the priority that you need to focus on? So if you can purchase all 3 of these decks at www.sweartarot.com and have them shipped to your door, you don't need any intuition, and start getting your guidance today.